Oh, welcome to this video. And no, and we are back. So, I'm going to talk about the most dangerous man on the planet right now, or at least from the last 2-3 months. Yeah, so let me get into it. Probably from the from the thumbnail of the YouTube video, or from the title, you probably know who it is already. So I want to talk about Elon and why he is the most dangerous man on the planet. Wow, the song really came to play, huh? That's interesting. I hope it doesn't affect the video. Let me check. Alright, so the video is all good. Yeah, why is the most dangerous man on the planet right now? I feel like all billionaires are dangerous, but when they're given power like the one Elon has, it don't make them more dangerous. Their sense of self ego is just amplified. Their ego is just amplified tenfold. Like it's just worse. Anyways, that's I actually have it. Actually have my thoughts written down for this video, so I can gently articulate it. Oh yes, this is going well. Articulate my thoughts. And the thing is, we can all tap into the psychology of being revered, of being, respected, of having a level of what what we call aura now. Like we can all tap into that. We can all tap into the psychology of having some level of dominance over people. Not dominance per se, admiration. Like when you walk into a room, you want to have a feeling like, oh, you can impact decisions of important decisions that matter to you anyways. And that is the feeling I know we can all tap into, like, or aspire to be. You want to be admired, you want to be revered, you want to have accolades, you want to be known, not necessarily known, but your presence should have should have substance. So hey, it's aura now, but everyone wants to have aura. Like, but that's the best way I can describe it. But when you're an entrepreneur with billions and have conquered, like, when you're an entrepreneur and you've conquered being the space you entered, the space you entered to conquer, because Elon has done everything I think he has set out to do. But when you're Elon and you have conquered being an entrepreneur, you have conquered this domain of being this tech genius, like you really don't have no obstacles in your way, really. You're being the only thing, the only obstacle you have is time, and we all know what, like, with time, technology is gonna get better. That's inevitable. So you're fighting the battle against further time, which all you have to do is just wait and you'll probably win. He has conquered the domain of being a tech genius, an entrepreneur, a savage businessman, or savvy businessman, savvy and savage. Like, there's not so much Elon has done. I can't say he didn't do well or he didn't put his hands in. He has done everything he has done well. So he has conquered all these domains in life, and that we all aspire, we wish we could have, or at least a fraction of at least we aspire we could at least have a fraction of what he has. So he has achieved all that. But I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying he probably set off to be a good person, which I think most of us do, right? Like we want to be good, we want to have a positive impact more than our negative because we all have our negatives in us in it. And he probably set off to being a good impact to human race or humanity when he started off. He wanted to be a change for good. And we all think we are doing good in the best way possible. And he thinks that too. He thinks that, oh, I am doing the best, right? And we have all been in the position where we think, oh, we're probably doing the best we can. We're probably doing the best we think we can do. And we're doing it in the best way we think we can. Like you're doing a good thing in the best way you can do a good thing. You're not like you're like making the right trade-offs, making the right decisions, the right compromises. So he probably thinks he's doing that, which, to be honest, most people think they are. But that's the thing about like, arguments and thinking like everyone thinks they're right. Everyone thinks they're right. So if everyone is right, then who is wrong? And that's the problem about arguments. Like it's not about like sharing your perspectives. It's not about sharing your perspectives. It is like I am right and you are wrong. But if everyone thinks they're right, if two sides think they are right and there's only one way of doing things, then what the fuck is wrong, right? So all I'm just trying to say, like, people have different ideas of approaching things, and they probably deep down, they think they're doing the right thing, or to themselves they're doing the right thing, which they probably are. I feel like most of us would, but again, it's just like the approach of doing it is what most people disagree with, which I don't think is what most people point out about like about other perspectives or other people's ideas. It's not the approach. So back to Elon. He has built expertise in business, technology, even he has built wealth, he's built respect, power, and probably he has done more for humanity than most of us would actually do in a lifetime, if you're being honest. But that doesn't change the fact that he is a billionaire. He's a one of one. I don't know how many billionaires but I don't know none of them. No, but speaking to Elon per se specifically, like he's the best of the best. He's a one of one. You can't deny that. All I'm just saying is like the psychology of a man who is a billionaire and who is put in charge of a government agency to make the government more efficient. That psychology of being a billionaire is in one of us. I'm just, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying try to tap into that psychology of having billions, having power, having respect, having aura. Just try to tap into that a little bit. And you kind of understand why people do the things they do. He's not affected by everyday shenanigans or what we call everyday interactions or human interactions or normal people average people interactions. It hangs out in the higher echelons of what do I mean higher echelons? It hangs out with like top 0.01% of people and it doesn't have normal experiences anymore. Like whenever it interacts with someone else, everyone raps the way they behave around them. So It's like this gravitational field, and everyone is everyone is revolving around him. And the thing is, what I'm trying to say is like a billionaire in charge of power, and we are surprised, like, and we're all running mad that he's acting the way he is. That he's being a little bit unhinged. I don't agree with everything he does. Absolutely not. I think he's a little bit of psychopath. I think we all have a little bit of psychopath in us, like genuinely. But I think people are rightfully mad. Like it's not like if you're mad at Elon, I don't think it's coming from a place of you just don't like him. I think it's also like he's a billionaire with so much power and probably doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just doing it because I don't know. And probably thinks he's doing the right thing, maybe. But again, if you're mad, I think you have every right to be. But I'm just saying, if you're in this position, would you do anything different? The only the private thing, the thing that's the only thing that'll be different is probably our ideologies that is tied with doing what Elon does. Because if you have a billionaire like Elon on the right is with Trump now, you can have a billionaire with a Democratic candidate. You can have a billionaire with a Libertarian candidate. So there's always going to be a billionaire attached to political candidates, whether we like it or not. And the thing is, it can be either one of us, and we would not do it any different, to be honest. For being honest with yourself. But that doesn't mean the anger is not justified of him not having a clue of what he's doing. So yeah, but I think it's definitely dangerous. The most dangerous. I think it's definitely the most dangerous man right now. But I think if we're all in that position, we will do the same.